Okay. We live? We're live.
Yeah. At least the audio works.
Nice. Mute that, babe. How's the webcam?
Looks good.
We straight. We straight. Let's adjust a little bit. And they're off. We are off. So, first ever live broadcast. Thought I'd just pop online. It's been a long time since I've uploaded a video. I think it's been about 2 months.
Yeah, something like that.
2 months. So I'm in the summer house. Got Lou here as well,
Hi.
my partner. I'm just going to go through some questions and talk about what I've been up to and what I plan to do in the future or going forward with the channel. So should be a good one. Nothing too strenuous today. I have been training despite no videos. But yeah, we've got a few questions as well. A couple that people have sent in and just some other bits and bobs. Thought it'd be a good way to do like a Q&A. These questions tend to sort of pop up, I guess anyway, or people are intrigued about what's been going on, I guess, if you disappear for 2 months. But don't worry, all is well. We're back. We're back. So, what questions we got, babes?
So
Let's start with one.
let's start with one.
Yeah.
When are you doing a France trip on the bike?
Come on, Robin. So yeah, for those of you who watch the videos, like some of my older videos, my good friend Robin, he moved from London to France, south of France. So yeah, he keeps, well I say he keeps, I think we all want to go there and ride. So do you know what, it would be a really good trip. It's just getting it all sorted really, and yeah, spending the dollar bills, which is quite hard after you bought a house. But yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do a trip to France. It'd be amazing as well. Obviously, Robin French speaking, like could show us the routes and stuff, have our own personal guide. So, Robin, one day I will see you in the mountains. It'll be a pleasure to draft you again.
Hey, next one.
Mhm.
Did you finish the Build Me Up training plan?
Good question. Is there any in the chat?
Robin said waiting.
Oh, hello, Robin. Hello, Robin, if you're there, mate. Did I finish the Build Me Up training plan? I didn't finish it, no. It's kind of a long-ish story. But it's a 12-week training plan. I've done 9 weeks in the end, but it really was an intense training plan. I didn't really give it enough respect. And I basically got ill the last 2 weeks. Because I just pushed myself to the limit basically, and then yeah, in the last 2 weeks I was proper ill. I just didn't want to ride. I kind of just burnt out. So probably should have handled it differently. It's all based on your FTP, and I probably should have put my FTP down a little bit because I basically got my FTP in a race, and it was just a little bit unrealistic. The sessions were brutal. Some of them were absolutely brutal. So yeah, learnings to be had from that. I think it's a marathon, not a sprint. 12 weeks is a long time, and keep it gradual and build it up. Adjust your FTP, which is obviously what everything's based on. If you're feeling tired, don't feel like you've got to push. So, although I didn't finish it though, I did have some really good gains. Dropped about 2 to 3 kilos, but it's not about dropping the weight, it was about strength as well. A lot of stuff with pedaling drills, high and low cadence drills. It was actually really good. I'd definitely recommend if anyone's thinking about doing it. But something as big as a Build Me Up plan, that is 12 weeks. Just make sure you're actually like prepared for it. You've got to eat right, you've got to recover right. If there's other things in your life that can that need attention as well, whatever that may be, that it's going to detract from those things. So yeah, I think maybe like a 4 week, 8 week is probably a bit better for me, a bit suited to me and my lifestyle. So who knows, maybe I'll do that next winter. Definitely good to keep me motivated over winter, that's for sure, and keep riding. So yeah, that's the build me up story time. But yeah, I still benefit from doing it, to be fair. I've still got some of the fitness from it, so all is well, everything's not lost.
Amazing. So are there any new bikes in the pipeline?
Oh, any new bikes in the pipeline? Of course, there's always a bike in the pipeline somewhere. To add to the 6 that are already in the house, I think we'll have to build another outbuilding somewhere, babe, just to store them.
We actually will.
Yeah, there is another little e-bike that will be added to the fleet, and there is also hopefully another bike that might have some springs, some suspension. But yeah, I won't give too much away, but hopefully in the near future I will have a couple more additions. 8 bikes.
Nearly
I can't have 8 bikes. Huh?
Nearly double digits.
Double digits bikes. That's an obsession then, really. Can only ride one at a time. N+1 is what everyone says.
Yeah. How do you keep yourself motivated to ride?
How do I keep myself motivated to ride? That's a good question. I think, you see so much about fitness online, so much about how to push yourself, how you should do it, the routine you should have, the times you should train. You can research it until your heart's content, and everyone will tell you you should do it this way, that way. But the reality is, you're in your own body, you're the one that knows best for you. So to keep yourself motivated, I think the best thing to do with that is work out what gets you started, what makes you actually want to ride, whatever that is. So the end result is normally with these, like me and the build me up, you come to a point where you stop for a reason that isn't that you don't want to cycle. And it's the same with fitness, same with motivation. You could be doing everything you want to do, suddenly a change in circumstance and you drop off. So it has to be sustainable. So to keep motivated, things I do, different bikes, road, gravel, maybe another genre in the future, different bits of gear. I enjoy the bike gear, I enjoy the research, I enjoy making the videos. So those sort of things keep me motivated. But it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not the easiest. And it's one of those weird catch-22 scenarios sometimes with fitness, is it's good for you, but you don't always do it, which is odd, but I think a lot of people have that or can feel that. So yeah, I would also say, I can't remember where I heard this quote, that action breeds motivation. Motivation doesn't breed action. So if you're just sitting there thinking, you know what, I'm just going to grab some motivation from somewhere, it doesn't really work like that. The action makes you motivated. So you have to get up and do it, and that first one you might not want to, but you've done one, and then the next one will feel easier because you've done the previous one. So the action breeds motivation. So yeah, I'll try and keep that in mind when I'm sitting on the sofa eating potatoes and don't want to do anything.
We've got a comment from Andy.
Andy.
Good to see you back on YouTube. I bought my first road bike recently. Your second-hand guides were really useful.
Oh, sweet. I'm glad they helped, Andy. There's all my bikes are second-hand, all 6 of them. Actually, one's not. I lied. One's not. But I didn't buy that, so that's an exception. But yeah, I'm glad you found the guides useful. I think there's a lot of old kit, a lot of good bikes, very good bikes that you can have second hand. You can save yourself a fortune, especially considering how expensive they are new. So yeah, if you know what you're looking for, to be honest, it's more about the person you're buying it off than anything else. If you go and buy a bike off someone and they've got 7 bikes in the garage and they're all like absolutely glistening,
yeah,
you know they're going to take care of them. So yeah, I'm glad they helped you. I've done those quite a while ago, so nice to know the old videos are still helping people somewhere. So cheers, Andy.
yeah.
Any other questions you got, Andy? Fire them in the chat.
Amazing. It'll be interesting to know what bike Andy got.
Yeah, what bike did you get, Andy?
Yeah.
Maybe you're on a Giant Defy just like me. Someone else actually did buy another Giant Defy. I think because I've done the video on the Giant Defy, they just use that. I'll probably try and put that in the link down below, maybe that video if anyone's interested.
Brilliant. So next question we've got is, what have you been up to in the last few months?
What haven't I been up to? I think it's a question. I've turned into a DIY lover, that's for sure. There's just been lots going on, hasn't there?
Yeah.
We bought the house, didn't we? What was that, 9 months ago now?
Yeah.
And we had, I had 6 of those months, making these videos, and it takes up a lot of time. I think that's one thing, it's always hard to show people, you see a 8 to 10 minute video. The reality is it takes a lot of time, so we moved in and there was a lot of stuff that needed doing in the house, so I ended up just really focusing on that. And I really enjoy doing it. So to go back to the whole motivation thing, you've got to do what you're motivated to do at the time. And at that time, redecorating the whole house was a big motivation. So that's what I've done, basically. We've done all kinds. We've done loads of stuff. It's ongoing. So I'm trying to strike a balance. So I've been doing that. I've started doing some Zwift rides. I've not stopped riding. I just haven't ridden outside as much. Because Zwift's very convenient with work and time and everything, so yeah, in the last few months really I have been focusing on that, and the house is looking good, so
it's looking amazing.
Yeah, it's looking good, so it's worth doing, but like I say, it's all about juggling motivation, what you want to do at the time, and the reality is coming down here and riding and spending a lot of time editing videos and doing videos is much harder in the winter than it is in the summer with something like cycling. So yeah, I'm just a one-man band, have to juggle my time. So that's what I've been up to. Yeah, all is good. I know some people maybe drop off, and a few people did send some messages actually saying like, how am I, is everything alright, I haven't seen your videos, and to anyone that done that, that's a big thank you. I do appreciate that, that's actually super kind. You do get some heartfelt messages, so yeah, it was really nice. But yeah, I'm back, something like that. I'll see you in 2 months.
We've got a comment from George.
George, go on then.
Saying, bikes, Lycra and Zwift, this is what we come for.
Oh,
how
George.
are we doing?
It's been emotional, isn't it, George? Normally we'd be out on the road. Yeah, all good, mate, all good. Trying to keep pushing. Pleased that the sun's coming out now. We're getting some warm days. I'm a fair weather cyclist, not afraid to admit it. Love the sun, hate the cold. There is a story behind that. I used to ride motorbikes all year round for like 5 years, so I've done a lot of time riding in freezing weather. And now I have the option, I'm not doing it. Yeah, all good, mate. Hopefully we can get out for some rides soon. Maybe go around the old stomping grounds in Epping. Yeah, I really want to do some more gravel riding actually. Got some new bits for the gravel bike, so I'll be doing some upgrades. That might be the next video. Yeah, so all is well, George. How are you doing? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, mate.
We've got another comment from James Thomas saying, still on the Giant Defy, looking into any upgrades.
Oh, yeah. Well, do you know it's like this N+1 with bikes, isn't it? That's what they say. It's like you have one, but there's always one more, or something you could do or upgrade. I think for me, I kind of have a bit less money to spank on carbon fibre bike frames and things like that. I've got to pay some electricity and gas bills these days now. I'd love to get a new bike, but I actually really like using what you have. I don't just like upgrading for no reason. I'm like that with everything. I buy my bike second hand, I look after them, and I treat them well. The only reason I would buy another road bike is just because I want another road bike, not because I need it. And I'm not very good at spending money that way. But for the Giant, I think I'll definitely get some wheels. I've done a lot of stuff to it already, to be fair. Got the stem. With this, to be fair, I've actually just kept it really well. I've replaced all the drive chain. all the bearings have been done, bottom bracket and stuff. So it's just really the wheels, and I hear that it's a massive upgrade and it feels great. So to be honest, wheels on my gravel bike are probably a bit more important because they are straight out of like the 90s, ball bearings flying around everywhere, not sealed cartridge type, a loose one. So I need some for them. But yeah, I would get some wheels for this. Just some lightweight, maybe some carbon wheels. I do like the look of them as well, I'm not going to lie. There we go. I'm a sucker for consuming as well, aren't we all?
And James said join the club. I think that might be related to electricity and gas, I'm not sure.
Don't mate. Don't. I would have a brand new SL7 if I didn't have to pay my gas and electricity bill. And paint. I spent more money on paint in the last 2 months than I ever would have thought. But the house looks good.
The house looks epic.
Thanks.
Next question is, do you have any goals for cycling this summer?
Yes and no. I think it's hard. You can set yourself up for failure, I think, if you have goals that are just a bit unrealistic. But I just want to actually keep pushing. I do want to get out on all types. I want to get out on road, gravel and explore. I'd like to do more one-way trips. We've spoken about it, babes, haven't we? Where we basically say we went to like somewhere on the coast, like Hastings. I ride there and then we stay there the night or whatever. Then just get the train back. Just because you can travel, between 50 and 100 miles in one direction, you get a long way, so you see a lot more. Don't have to loop back round. So I'd like to do that more. And like I said, another bike maybe with some springs, so I can do a double backflip flare over a jump or something like that.
Amazing.
More like crash over a tree stump.
Oh god.
Is it hot today or is it me?
It's absolutely steaming in here.
I'd normally have this top off, not going to lie, but it's too early in the day for the viewers.
James also said Prime V350 MMS. I'm not sure what that means.
Their wheels, Prime V50.
Oh, nice.
What did he say?
Prime VS or V3.
Yeah, version 3.
Lovely.
Amazing.
George said, good to hear, mate. Yeah, definitely need to get back out on the roads again.
Yeah.
And he also said, looking forward to seeing what videos you've got in the pipeline. I need some inspiration, haha.
Oh, okay. I need some inspiration as well, mate, so feelings mutual. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not. Yeah, got plenty of videos. Would like to do some e-bike videos as well, to be fair. I'd like to do some comparisons to road bikes, so if anyone knows someone that is willing to lend me an e-road bike, I think we'd all like to know someone that's going to lend them an e-road bike, but yeah, I'd like to do that.
Amazing. And Liz also said, good to see you back, son.
Oh, hi Liz.
Hi Liz.
And Dad, if you're there watching.
Hiya. Oh, it's lovely.
Back on the tube. Oh, that might be Dad from the account actually, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Hi both.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Got another question. How do you want to grow the channel going forward?
Who's that one from?
Me.
Oh. I think consistency is key, that age-old word. It's a little bit of a term, a cliche, isn't it? You need to be consistent with these things. Same with motivation. My personality is a bit quite intense on stuff. I get really into stuff and then it can fizzle out. I know that about myself, but yeah, I'm trying to be consistent and just keep pumping out the videos. And like I said, finding ways to keep that motivation, which could be whatever, buying a mountain bike or going somewhere completely different or setting things up. It helps that the sun is now out, and every time it's hot, it's like, when was it? It was yesterday. It was lovely. I didn't actually get to ride, but I found myself feeling like I wanted to go out. So yeah, that's the one. Did that answer that question? What was the question?
How do you want to grow the channel going forward?
Yeah, I think I explained it. Look at this. We've got a little section going on.
Lovely.
Jeez. Can you push that window open, babe? Oh, actually, the thing's there. It's alright.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, Has been a good winter on Zwift though, everyone. I must admit, if you're using Zwift, I'm sure you'll know. If you don't, then I have got very, very into it. Surprisingly good. For someone that loves riding outdoors, I've become a little hermit in here.
There's loads of different, is it different maps or different routes?
Yeah. Loads of different worlds, different routes. You can do meetups, especially in lockdown. And with people like Robin in France or whatever, you can all ride together and it can keep you all together, so yeah, it's good. And training plans, it's easy. It's not the same, don't get me wrong. It's very different to riding through a country lane when it's 25 degrees. It's very different, but hey ho, keeps the winter fat off. Did you put it on Insta actually?
Yeah, it is.
Right, so.
On Instagram. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
Gonna pump on?
Yeah. Feeling good. My fitness level's alright at the minute, to be fair. Like I say, I've been very consistent-ish with the training, even though I haven't been doing a lot of structured workouts. I've been getting on Zwift 3 times a week or so, trying to push. I don't always put all my rides online. Sometimes I like to just duck under the radar, as you can tell, for the last 2 months. But yeah, it's all been good. I'm excited. If anyone wants to see any videos, I have ideas for videos, do comment. It's always a big help to see what people actually want to see. But yeah, I think I like doing how-to videos. They seem to go down well. Reviews seem to go down well. Then you've got the vloggy style videos as well. Maybe some races as well, actually. I wouldn't mind doing some races. Could do the races on live like this, it'd be quite entertaining, I think. Put myself under some pressure with people watching. Yeah, if you guys want to see that, probably will do that, to be honest. The races are very intense. It's a good way to get fit, I must admit. You can't hide when you're racing. It is all out. So, yeah, I'll suffer for your entertainment.
Might be a bit hard to do Q&A with a race.
Yeah, there's no Q&A. I'll just be trying to breathe. There'll be nothing but me just suffering.
Pardon.
People commenting hopefully saying you can do it, or laughing at me. One or the other. Yeah, well, it's kind of an experiment doing this live, so that I can do more lives in the future, like I say, for races or whatever. Quite nice, a bit more natural, a bit more engaging. Even if you are in a summer house full of, well, you can't really see. I've pushed it all to the side, there's loads of stuff behind me from the house.
Like that.
Yeah, the Zwift set up, little garden area has turned into storage. But it's okay, we're still pushing. Right, we've got 0.4 miles to go, so a little bit longer.
Smashing it, babe.
It's actually really hot today, it's humid. It's humid in here.
It is.
Any more questions? Anything on Insta?
No, let me jump into Insta.
Woo! Yes, come on. It is steaming.
We've also got caught their bike on behind me. We've done it a few times.
Yeah. Got a big charity bike ride coming up in the summer, in September. I don't know where that's going to be actually. I think that's like 80 odd miles. So that would be a big one actually. That would be good. Always good to have something like that in the pipeline because it makes you push. Can't really hide from riding 80 miles. If you don't train, you'll get found out. Yeah.
Yes, I can definitely vouch for that.
And I need to explore as well. I need to explore. Like I haven't really gone out too much round like southeast, not compared to like northeast, like Epping in Essex. So yeah, I need to go into Kent a lot more. But yeah, luckily the coast isn't too far away. So who knows? Be doing triathlons before you know it. Yeah, definitely won't be doing that. Right, here's the finish line.
Oh, We've got one more.
More questions?
George, are you going to be doing more races, mate? And you'll have to get some subscriber rides in.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I'd like to do subscriber meet-up rides. I think that would be really good on Zwift, just because people are all over it's just easier. But yeah, I'd definitely like to get some more races in. It's just doing them really. They are savage. I mean, I've done that video 30 races in 30 days. It was brutal, but I think I'd like to just do some shorter races, to be honest. There's a lot of like city crits at like 8 miles, things like that, you know, like 20 minutes. It'd be good to do it on live, just push, not like too exhausting for the bod, because I don't want to just train to race, you know. I want to go and do long rides at the weekend. I don't want to do like 20-30 mile race like on a Wednesday and be knackered like all weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will do some, definitely. You know what? I'll schedule one in. I'll do another live. You heard it here first. I'll find one and get it on. But yeah, all is well. That was a little flat route done. 25 minutes. Jeez, I look like I'm absolutely steaming. It's because I've got this top on and the window's not open.
Yeah,
We're
usually there's a lot more air coming
through. It's
through.
freezing. I can't put the fan on either unless you want everyone to think I'm in a wind turbine. Right. So that concludes the Q&A, a little I'm back video.
Yeah.
Do follow on Instagram. I'm trying to do a lot more posts on there as well now.
Just Jourdain Coleman, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll put it in the description below. It's just my name, Jourdain Coleman, but I do a lot of updates on there and there'll be a lot of info. So yeah, drop me a message, or if you've got any other questions, just drop them in